not in the room for this video. Why not? Let's make it a little different. Shall we? I don't know why, but I just randomly thought of doing a Marvel Rival stream. For some reason, I wanted to do one. Why not do something about Marvel Rivals? Anyway, let me do some stupid intro real quick. Let me just... Woohoo! I'm Spider-Man. I tried. I tried doing something. But, you know what? Tonight, I'm going to talk about this, and this will be the last thing I want to talk about, because I feel like this game I should have talked about way sooner, considering, you know, my experience with, like, Marvel Rivals is very, very... It's short, but not, like, super short, and I kind of want to go in detail about my experience with Marvel Rivals. So, you guys know me, right? I am a guy who likes to give everything a try nowadays. Like, I try my best not to genre hoard, aka stay in the same genre, stick to one style of game, right? I like trying vast different styles of games. And obviously, I don't really have super or too much experience with Overwatch, but I remember playing at least a little bit of it. And I remember, you know, Chris, basically the whole internet was talking about this new freaking video game that Marvel is making. I remember, like, for I think about a year or so, like, it was teased like over a year ago. If I'm not mistaken, Marvel Rivals was teased over a year ago by PlayStation, and, you know, basically a Marvel's version of Overwatch, the 6v6 or the 5v5, whatever gameplay, first person shooter or third person shooter up motherfucking thing, right? And I remember Chris was way more excited than I was to play this. He was talking about how, you know, I hope it's free. I hope it's going to be a free game. You know, I hope Marvel doesn't charge people, because they could have easily done that. And then I'm talking about, this is like way before release. This isn't like talking about as it released. But I remember, like, Chris was hyped for it. I thought it was kind of cool that Marvel's really trying to have their own twist on Marvel Rivals. And Louis thought it was cool. And I remember for eons, you know, we were talking about who we're going to main. Who are we going to play in the game, you know, when the game was, like, ticking the clock for its release. I remember Ronnie immediately was like, I'm going to go Spider-Man. And I'm like, I might go Wolverine, you know, because I feel like I'm a Wolverine guy. Found out that I fucking wasn't, you know, way later in the future, but we ain't going to talk about that yet. And my brother was like, I can't remember what he said, but I think he said, I'm going to main, I want to main the Hulk or something like that. Just something. I can't remember what he talked about, but I remember we said we're going to main those characters. And I remember for months, as we were waiting for the game to release, we were just living our lives, doing what we normally do, like play video games, just talk, have normal conversations, whatever. And I remember when the game finally dropped, and I remember Chris was just so excited for this. I was super excited to play, because I thought, you know, I was going to be the shit playing Wolverine. And so getting into Marvel Rivals as a video game for like 5 seconds here, you know, I kind of sat there. I was enjoying my time, even though I fucking sucked. And, you know, Ronnie sucked too, and we were kind of sucking together. But I remember day one, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to play a new Marvel game, but also kind of like a Marvel, like, Overwatch-like game. I don't know how y'all experienced Marvel Rivals, but I remember it like it was yesterday, where it was like, it was pretty cool, like, to play, and not everyone was super good yet. Everyone was just getting on, or, you know what I mean? So everyone kind of sucked at the game. So, like, everyone wasn't, like, high status like people are now, like with Season 1 just starting out now. You know, everything I played was all Season 0, and I did play a little bit of Season 1, but not as much, right? But anyways, let's get into something more interesting, right? So, I made a Marvel Rivals gameplay stream. I flipped out. Just want to get that out there, because games weren't going right and all that other sort of stuff. And I think it was at that point, when I made that stream onward, I realized Marvel's Rivals is not for me. And look, y'all know I'm down to play anything, but as soon as I realize that these games just aren't for me, you know, like this game, and I know it's a me thing. I suck at this game. I will willingly admit I suck. I even went through multiple different characters trying to find who I was gonna main. At one point I thought I was gonna main Moon Knight, and I was playing Moon Knight pretty good. I spent like after switching away from Wolverine, I found Moon Knight to be cool. I started sucking at Moon Knight, and then I tried going to Magneto, and then after Magneto, it was like I couldn't even picture who the fuck I wanted to play anymore. It was like Marvel Rivals to me felt like it was fun, but it wasn't fun, for me because I don't know, I don't know. To me, I since I can't really deal with like the pressure of everything so much in Marvel Rivals or just in games in general, I have to the games have to be at my pace. All right, the games can't be outpacing me 24/7. The game can't be, freaking me out 24/7. And playing first person shooters or anything like this type of game really pressures me, really makes me struggle, really makes me want to rage or whatever, right? Because I'm trying to deal with guy in front of me. I have 7 other people shooting me in the backbone or the left bone. I'm sitting there like, dude, I don't want to deal with this stupid shit. And I think that's why I stopped playing because I was like, dude, the pressure is too much. On top of that, I mean, I love Marvel, but I don't love Marvel like that. It's like, I may love some characters in Marvel, but like I'm on and off with the shit. I'm more into something else, right? And it's like the more I realize that, the more I decided that, yeah, you know what? I think I'm done playing this. And sure, I'll come back every now and again and play. And most of the time, I'm in share plays watching or share screens watching Chris play because he's just way better at. Does your hat say PP? No, my hat says FF. But no. My boy Chris is just way better than me at this game. Foo Fighters, by the way. But Chris is just way better than me at these type of games, and I just said, you know what? I'll just leave this game to Louie and my bro, man. Fuck this game. I prefer Super Mario Brothers, Castlevania, freaking Conker's Bad Fur Day, Mega Man, something that's way more of my element. And you know what? For what Marvel Rivals did for me, it did allow me to have some good times with Chris, being in game with him, saying, "Oh my God, dude on my left, dude on my left," and I'm like, "Okay, let me try and get dude on my left, dude on my left and shit." Or dude on my right and vice versa. Oh, fuck, Groose here. Hulk's fucking hulking out. Oh my God. Freaking out that these games are getting serious. But, man, let me tell you, man. I remember I don't know. Marvel's Rivals was bringing shit. I'm not gonna lie. Marvel Rivals was bringing some shit out of me that I didn't think was possible, man. I remember I was getting kind of toxic on that. Like, think about when me and Nick were playing Tekken and he was getting kind of competitive with me, and that's pretty much how my energy was with Marvel Rivals. Like, there was shit that was coming out of me that usually would never have seen the light of day. And that's also why I quit Smash Brothers too, was because I become a different fucking person whenever I play a fighting game, man, or something of the sort that involves versus or super competitiveness, It's like, I mean, I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm a competitive animal. I feast for that shit. It's like I slowly but surely start becoming more and more toxic. And I remember, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I remember, like, I was getting so loud at Marvel Rivals. My dad was coming in saying, yo, stop yelling, bro. What are you even doing? And I remembered, like, I think I punched the closet door after that. I was still when I had the closet door right here. Or my door. And I'm like, yo, what am I doing, man? Well, like, me thinking I could play it, like, and, like, whenever I have moments like that, it makes me think, man, what? I'm so fucking stupid, thinking I could walk in Marvel Rivals and be like, hey, yo, let me play this with the boys, let me play this with the homies. When I clearly know myself more than ever before nowadays and how I get, it's like, why are you even attempting to play something like that? Where it's all about knowing how to play the character better than the people on the opposite team, helping your teammates and all that other sort of stuff. Sure, I may have had good games with certain characters here and there, but most times I was on Marvel. Excuse me. Most times I was on Marvel Rivals Season 0 and shit. I was sucking, bro. I was taking L after L after L after L. And keep this in mind, Chris was like mostly playing with me too, so he knows like how bad I was at the game, or just how just so not in it I am. And and I'm like, that's, and oh god, let me reword this. And I feel like Marvel Rivals, like when I was playing it and when I realized how bad I was, I feel like that's when like it started clicking with me. This is exactly why I stopped playing Overwatch as well. Like Overwatch 1, like the first Overwatch. Not Overwatch 2 that we have now, but Overwatch 1. Like, wow, I realized then that I don't give a fuck about this game. Like, as competitive as it may be, as everybody likes to hype it up and say it's the shit, for me, it's not the shit. For me, it's like a video game people want to play online for free. Cool, whatever, with Marvel characters in it. Cool. Who gives a damn? I'm gonna see you later. I'm gonna go play like Castlevania for the N60 fucking 4. That game is shit, by the way. I don't enjoy playing Castlevania 64, but we'll talk about that another day. Alan, have you seen FLCL, the anime? Never have. I wish they'd make a 3D speed platform involving Marvel or DC characters. I don't know if they'd ever do that, because Marvel and DC characters, they have those characters are more built for like 2D fighting games, or like some type of 2D fighting games and action games and stuff. Not necessarily like really platforming. I would probably say the character that would most likely be best for platforming is probably like Spider-Man or some shit. Like, just to be dead ass, I feel like Spider-Man out of all the characters would be like the most fit for doing like platform challenges and shit, because his abilities and stuff. Like, he's a spider, so it makes sense for him. But I mean, a Wally West action game would be so gas. Yeah, playing a speedster, but then again, it's like, what type of gameplay is he going to have? Is he going to be similar to Sonic in terms of gameplay? How are they going to handle Flash gameplay without it seeming like they're just going to copy Sonic's boost formula gameplay that Sonic did like eons prior? You know what I mean? How are they going to do that? Without looking like a generic copy. But anyways, my point is I hear Marvel Rivals fell out because of these reasons. Like, kind of like me not really wanting to take advantage and try my best to be better at the game, because usually whenever I play a game and I only care about it a little bit, I won't really like invest full, because keep this in mind, Marvel Rivals is a game that you need to invest / sink in hundreds upon hundreds of hours just to be manageable, or just to be good at the game. Me, I should have known since day one I wasn't going to give a fuck about this shit. But, hey, that might sound like regret. I mean, usually I kind of get in that state when I play a game I know I'm not really going to fully enjoy. Or I play it out and it turns out it's never for me. And this is the reason why I always kind of have this idea in my head that I'm not going to like it. So that way I don't get disappointed by the outcome later on when I do inevitably try something out and I don't like it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, it hit me that I'm not going to enjoy this, but it doesn't hit me as hard, as like Marvel Rivals did. Because Marvel Rivals, I was going in, like I said in the beginning, I was like, I'm going to main Wolverine. I'm going to be cool with the motherfucker. I'm going to mess people up, man. I'm going to sling, and that never happened. I just kept getting bodied by Wolverine because I didn't know how to control the motherfucker. And then Moon Knight, he's good at close range, but obviously since I never know what I'm doing 9 times out of 10 in these fucking environments or spacing or the maps, Moon Knight, I couldn't really fuck with Moon Knight or any character in the game because I don't know what I'm doing 9 times out of 10. And I never would bother to get better because I don't know, I just never really cared, I mean, I cared, but then I don't care. Especially after when I raged on Marvel Rivals and had the whole chair flipped and the whole room just almost leveled because of Marvel Rivals that one time. That's when the mentality really came in of like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck. Maybe I really should not have played this game in the first place. Knowing how I am and what I like to do with my time and how I like to play my games and stuff, this isn't it. It's kind of almost like Mario Maker 2. You know, I thought this was going to be cool, but it turned out not to be. That's kind of what Marvel Rivals is for me in a nutshell, if you really want to go there, or not go there, but if you think about it. Oh, by the way, real quick, what I find bullshit is people will spend money on a virtual skin in Marvel Rivals for $25 when you could probably buy a figure of that character for the same price. That's fair. I've even seen Renee do it, buy skins and characters, not for 25, obviously for cheaper than that, like $5 if it's possible, maybe $10. I never understood spending money on virtual skins in one of those games. I never liked doing that anyway. If the skin came to me for free and I did it because I unlocked and did stuff, I mean, I get it buying stuff in a game that has like online servers because I've done that with like BBS and shit. But BBS was probably like the only game I ever spent like IRL money on, that either my dad gave me or whatever. Not on PlayStation 5, but like way back in the day, But way back before I was even making money from YouTube, I didn't really just, Anyways, TikTok went down. Yeah, but AI Music Gallery, I know TikTok went down. I don't really care about it all that much. Oh my god, my cheeks hurt. My freaking face muscles are actually I think my face muscles actually hurt. More talking to do. I mean, the only exceptions I could probably give is Roblox, to be honest. I don't know. I might make a video on that, like talking about why spending money in video games like in-game stuff is kind of stupid, but at the same time I get it. You really want that skin or you really want to be that character or whatever. Whatever. People do people, right? It's not right for me to judge that type of stuff. It's whatever. But I may think it's stupid, but other people might think it's fucking fly. It might be the coolest thing that they've ever experienced all week. I know damn well I could buy a nice-ass car for the money I spent on Roblox. God damn, dude. That just goes to show you spend a lot of money. But yeah, man, it's like, fuck. Sometimes I wish Marvel Rivals would work out, but I know myself way too well. And it's like, usually I only want, because because this is how I am with video games and media, and I want people to know this every single video or almost every single time they get to have the chance to hear me out. I have to be extremely passionate to really go the extra mile on things, about said thing, right? So, for example, like Luigi's Mansion, I am ultra passionate about that game. That's why I've done multiple playthroughs on it. Super Mario 64, Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, I've done multiple playthroughs on those, and other games in my caliber. The reason why I have so much passion for those things and that's why I go the extra miles, because I have so much passion for it. Passion is what drives me to continue doing these things, like YouTube, for example. Why do I keep doing YouTube? It's my love, it's my passion, it's my thing. Like, it is what I've been doing for longer than 10 years at this point. February, it's been 11 years since I've been creating content on the platform. Can you believe that? In February of this year, it's going to be 11 years of creating content. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. Wait a minute. Okay, maybe it's been 12 years. Whatever, you get it. It's been a long-ass time since I created content. So it's like, bro, that's crazy. Anyways, and I guess I just didn't have enough passion for Marvel Rivals to really do anything significant I mean, obviously I helped Chris win games and shit. I was a part of that, but I never got MVP. And my brother's so much better than me at Marvel Rivals anyway, which is why I kind of just said, you know what? This is why I mainly game it by myself and kind of keep to myself when it comes to video gaming and not really gaming with my friends. I might make it my experience on why my likes of games are so vastly different compared to a lot of my other friends. You know, like they may like some of the same things as me, but most of my shit is like offline slash no online shit um like a lot of other friends I got. Like for example, Chris is willing to play Marvel Rivals. It's online game. Me, I'm not super willing to do that. You know, I'd rather just go play some retro shit because I'm more of a retro guy anyway, but I don't want to put my gaming biases in here, even though I just did already kind of like talking about my gaming preferences. But you get my point. Marvel Rivals, it's a good game, but it just wasn't for me. And, you know, I've come to terms with that. I've accepted that. That's why I haven't really played the game at all in a while, and I just wanted to make this video to kind of reflect on that and remember this experience just in case another Overwatch comes out and somebody tries to ask me, yo, you gonna play it? And it's like, just use this experience, Alan, future Alan, if you remember this video. Don't bother, you know, unless you somehow become Overwatch gameplay master where you can play any Overwatch based game and enjoy it or whatever. You know what I mean? Just don't bother. Continue being you by playing what you like to play. What do you like to play? Super Mario Brothers, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mega Man, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, anything platform related, anything freaking action adventure, Mario RPGs, you know, go play a lot of that fucking lot and give people reviews. That's what you like to do, you know. But anyways, take care, guys. I hope you guys have a phenomenal night. I just wanted to cap it off with some Marvel Rivals. I got some more of my experience tomorrow. I might try my best to slow down on some things, you know, like for example, like like, you know, maybe do like one gameplay, making my experience, you know, kind of just have that right hand in hand, you know, a little bit, do one my experience about something a day, just to kind of slow things down a little bit. I think that's what I'm gonna do for tomorrow, is just whip up another my experience, and then after that probably just be done. Not even post shorts or something, unless I get Crunchyroll back and we watch Daima something. I don't know. Also, I do want to apologize. I kind of forgot about this, but we have no. I didn't watch episode 13 of Daima with Chris because I don't have Crunchyroll right now. That's why I haven't been watching Daima. That's why there hasn't been a my experience on Daima. For anyone that really gives a shit about that and they're wondering where the fuck it's at, there's your update. Anyways, have a nice night. Take it easy. I guess, how about we rival the fuck out of here? No? Really bad joke? At a really bad time? I thought that was funny. Anyways, Marvel Rivals is a shit game for me. I should have figured that. Take it easy.